Hello, welcome. This is Fernando, your host from the Seller Board Show. I have a very special guest today. He's a director at My Amazon Guy. His name is Jason Mastromateo. He's very clever, he's very funny, and you guys are going to love this show. Enjoy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Seller Board Show. I'm here with one of my favorite persons on the Amazon space. His name is Jason Mastromateo. His name is hard to speak. He's a director at My Amazon Guy. Jason, thank you so much for being here.
Always happy to come on a podcast with other members of the community, especially ones that I've worked with before. So good to see you, man.
Thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure to see you. Jason, can you tell us a little bit of your story?
Oh boy.
First question.
Yeah, okay, I guess like my Amazon story. So uh I was for years I was a bartender, restaurant manager. And then on my off time, I would always go to garage sales, kind of like Gary Vee, I guess. And thrift stores and buy things. I have a whole room full of stuff still, and sell them on eBay to make extra money. Then that kind of graduated into retail arbitrage, where I was on the flipping forums and Reddit and stuff like that. I say, all these people are making a ton of money on Amazon. You selling. I started with CDs and DVDs, right? That was before they gated everybody out of the categories, and then I would go to clearances, Barnes and Noble. Every quarter they slash everything to like 90% off, and I'd buy everything at every Barnes and Noble I could drive to and send it to FBA. And
You are in San Diego, right?
yeah, I'm in Orange County, so in between San Diego and Los Angeles.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice part.
And yeah, there's a lot of stores around here. And then same thing, go to like Target, buy the clearance stuff, go to Walmart, and then just FBA that stuff. So 2014 I think was like my biggest year as far as gross sales. And then they started gating a lot of things, especially name brand stuff that you would get on clearance. Um, it started to be where I was making more money on eBay than I was on Amazon, where it was the opposite for a couple of years. So I started like I put my name out there at Craigslist, like, hey, I can help you. I didn't know anything about SEO or PPC or anything like that.
Really?
No. I mean, this is like 2014,
Oh
2015.
yeah, nobody
Yeah,
knew.
yeah. So I mean, it's like 7 years ago. I knew how to make FBA shipments, and I knew how to assist with like product sourcing, and that's where I got a lot of consulting business initially. Then I went to go work for a distributor, a major action sport distributor in Southern California, and I was doing their eBay business.
Remote or not?
Yeah, no, this was before COVID. I was going to the office every morning, a 45-minute drive there, 45-minute back. And I got hired to do their eBay business because I knew eBay, like one of the highest rated videos I have on YouTube is an eBay flat file upload.
Nice.
um
I did not know that.
so I knew eBay, so I did that and still kept selling, but I dwindled my Amazon business down to I stopped doing the wholesale and retail arbitrage. Uh, and then their vendor central guy quit, and they said, hey, Jason, you need to do the vendor central. And I was like, I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out, right? And that's actually where I learned Amazon flat files. Was originally the first vendor central flat. It was on the vendor central flat file, which is a lot more robust and
Robust.
yeah. um and then yeah, so I was working there for a while, and then I left because of COVID. And then I was doing consulting, a lot of small businesses. I still have a couple, side clients that off work hours, that they're small clients, but that I help them like upload a listing once in a while, and they pay me a couple $100 or whatever. And so then the COVID happened, and all the thrift stores closed. There was no garage sales. Their consulting business, as far as what my knowledge was at the time, was not enough to feed me. So I started looking around for Amazon job. I didn't even know Amazon agencies existed. I mean, and I think I typed in like on Indeed, like Amazon Seller Central management or something like that. And it's weird that I remember at the time, every time you typed in Amazon Seller Central, most of the jobs that came up were actual jobs at Amazon, like they want like
Mm-hmm.
a full stack developer or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. But then my Amazon guy popped up, and when I was job hunting and stuff, I'm pretty unmotivated. I think most people are when really have to sit down and like try it. So I have to say that I probably only applied to like 2 jobs, even though I really needed a job. Worst case scenario, I was just gonna go. Normally, worst case scenario, I can always go back to restaurant industry, but all the restaurants were closed, right?
Yeah.
So there's no bars open, there's none of that. And Dustin reached out to me, and I started, they offered me a job in January 2021. So this will be my second year here. And I started off as like just like a specialist, like helping people out and not actually managing accounts or anything like that. 2 months in, I learned a lot, and I got promoted to account manager. 6 months in, I was a director, and then then I got promoted to senior director, and that's where I've been ever since. And I'm doing the YouTube channel, managing a lot of multi-million, hundreds of $1 million clients with my team, and never thought I'd be in a position where I could be this comfortable and happy and work with cool people and the community.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was a long origin story.
no, it was awesome. And I had the experience to work with Jason, and it's amazing to see how knowledgeable he is, and also how he makes people like is going, everybody's at ease with him. So it's a nice conversation, and he just like slims everybody, but everybody's happy at the end.
Oh,
Jason, yes, go ahead.
I get that a lot. I'm Steven says well, what was it? There was a fun game in the chat in Slack the other day. It's like a circle. You had to draw whoever could draw the most perfect circle, and it would score you, right? And people were like trying 98%, where it says draw a circle, draw a circle. I drew a box and then I drew a star. And then I went into the console to try and find a script if it was available to try and manually or program the perfect circle into the thing. And Steven's like, Jason's always trying to break things.
Thank God you're good with flat files. Thank God. Because if you break it, you can just upload the file, fix everything. Jason, tell me something. I need you, like you have so much experience with all these accounts that you manage. Tell me like 3 mistakes that you see that are most common people are doing that the sellers that are watching our video or our podcast can fix.
Wow. I mean, there's a lot. Most common, I mean, not doing any PPC, thinking that organic is just going to, you can't just slap something on Amazon and hope it sells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wow.
there's a lot of that initially, not so much anymore, but you do see it from time to time. You'll get on a coaching call or a new client, be like, I haven't ran PPC. I've been in business for 30 years. We never had to do it. And like, well, you're never going to grow if you don't have, if you're not driving any extra, additional traffic to the listings. That one, a catalog one, probably people uploading their products before they're brand registered and then having to
Ugh,
do the brand name change after the fact.
that stuff.
That's always a pain. I mean, you can fix it, but it's like, wait to get brand registered and then upload the products with your correct brand name. Then you'll avoid a lot of issues, especially when it comes down the line to trying to attach A+ content, brand store, stuff like that. What else? Most common mistakes. Man, I have like all these things swimming through my head, but I'm trying to think of like,
Just
those
pick the
two
next one.
yeah, those two are big. And then just not understanding, and this isn't anybody's fault, but not understanding Amazon, some terminology, stuff like that, where there can be confusion. Where, for example, a client will ask, "Oh, I want to merge this ASIN with this ASIN," and you have to like be like, "No, no, no, you want to parent." You want to parent those ASINs together,
Yeah.
don't ask Amazon to merge these things, because sometimes clients will, we tell them, hey, we'll handle everything, but they'll, oh, I made a ticket to merge these two things. We're like, no, 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 no. No, no, it's not what you want. So
Nice.
stuff like that. There's obviously lots of other, common mistakes people make. But
Do you think we are in a recession and it's reflecting on Amazon or no?
so people have to, I mean, just look at, unless you're selling Halloween, let's preface this. Do I think we're in a recession? Probably. It's gonna be a slower year. You can just see the news and all that stuff. Am I a doom and gloomer? No. Am I saying go buy a 90-gallon barrel water and a and a electric generator, anything like that? I don't think so. But you can, I mean, on the Amazon side, unless you're selling Halloween costumes or candy right now, just look at last year and the year before during this time. Most categories, most keywords, this is the lowest point of the season, in October, early November.
Yeah.
This is when everybody's not shopping, they're saving their money. You'll see, go into Helium 10 or whatever tool you use, look at the historic metrics on your top keywords, even your branded keywords.
Yeah.
You'll
The
see that
trends, it's all reds going down.
it's at the bottom, the literal bottom, like right now. This week is the literal bottom, and then
Do
it's
you
gonna
think
start
do you
going up.
think this week is worse than like the week before Black Friday?
The week before Black Friday will be significantly better. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
than this 2 weeks in the end of October. Yeah.
I thought
Again,
like
this
I thought like the week before Black Friday there were a lot of window shoppers and no sales.
there is, but if you look at search volume, the doldrums is right now. And there's a lot of people worrying, and then it didn't help that Amazon slashed everybody's restock limits 60% the last couple of days. Like, seeing that like 90% of the accounts that we managed all got random, no notification restock slashes.
Yeah,
Didn't matter if
we had it too. Yeah.
it didn't matter if their IPI score was 800 or 300. It was completely random.
Yeah.
Like,
And thanks to Steven's Pope video, I was like, I call everybody, say ship everything now because we're gonna have problems.
yep, fill it up. Start turning on those FBM listings.
Yep. Yeah. Are you seeing lots of copycats on the products?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it happens. You have to, I mean, it's happening on one particular client. Their product isn't patented. It's not very hard to manufacture if you look at it. And when they started in July, it was just them and one competitor that had a different design. And if you go and type in their top keywords now, there's 20 other sellers selling the exact same thing. It's almost like a fidget spinner situation.
Mhm.
And they are struggling because basically we're only clinging on to the brand right now, as far as where we're getting sales. And we cannot compete on price because these other Chinese sellers are $8.99 compared to our $19.99, and that's like they're barely making any profit on that price point, you know.
Mhm.
So they are going to make a new product, but this product is likely over, right?
Yeah.
So
Do you think that's going to be more and more problematic in the future?
the more unique your product is, and the more your brand has clout, the less at risk you are to situations like this.
Yeah, the problem is when you make something unique and don't make a patent, you start to get people copying it.
Yep.
That's the problem.
No, I agree. The issue is going to be something that, and it has been something that everybody has to deal with, and that's why I always say you win on branding. If you can overcome, and Fernando's, what are we selling? Fernando's yo-yos. I've got a yo-yo here. Uh, Fernando's yo-yos. Here, this brand, Magic Yo-Yo. This is a popular brand. It's not Duncan, but there's a million of these type of aluminum, super sleek, fast yo-yos out there, and Magic Yo-Yo, trademark. I don't know if they have a patent. They probably do, but if we came in with Fernando's yo-yos selling the same thing, we're gonna have a harder time. So there's still a cost fallacy for these other, or even if it's the Chinese manufacturer coming in, they have to put PPC into it. They have to test it out, and they have to see if they can break through based solely on price, because their branding is always really bad. It's some random brand name that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's unpronounceable in the United States.
Yeah, the pictures, and they're getting a little bit better at the photos and stuff like that, but for the most part, like really bad Photoshop. The SEO. I know the bullets are. Always say the bullets are for the bots, but you can definitely tell that an English speaking person did not write the copy, and it's literally just like copy pasted keywords and the thing. They're not making A+ content. They're not making brand stores. They're not doing customer engagement. They're not doing social posts. They're not doing everything else that gives you the upper hand, as well as having a brand, even if you're at a higher price.
And do you think they are having any profit, or just want to like take over the first position and then start making a profit?
You'll see you'll see this sometimes, where two random like sellers will come on a listing, and they're not really selling your product or selling something similar to your product, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like their price will be like really high, and you're like, what is this? And it's similar to my product, but it's not. And what they're doing is they're testing the
Elasticity of
basically
the markets.
if they can get in there next to your product, essentially, right? And the organics. And they'll run PPC campaigns on your ASIN as well, but like super, low bid. But to answer the question, what was the question? I sidetracked.
Me too. Conversation goes so well, we forget about the question. I'm thinking like if they really make any profit, or just trying to take over the number one seller and then make a profit later.
Yeah, ideally, I would assume their goal is to make profit. They probably also, I mean, I'm not going to say probably. There is versions of Chinese aggregators that now, hey, the manufacturer say created these listings, and they say, hey, we've got traffic, we've got reviews, and they sell off these pseudo brands to these people. It doesn't even have to be an aggregator. They sell them
Mhm.
off to actual, Chinese investors or on websites or whatever.
Mhm.
Here's a yo-yo brand, Fernando's yo-yo brand. Look, it's #1 for this keyword, and we sold X amount of units, and we can also manufacture it for you for this much. And here's what we're asking for it,
Mhm.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Do you think the small business badge and the climate friendly badge are good to generate more business?
So there's some controversy on this. So it's with the small business one. Um, there's internal reasons in your business why you would not want the small business badge. And here's why, because Amazon considers a small business somebody that I can't remember the number, but I think it's a business that makes less than 5 million
I guess
a
so.
year, something
Something
like
like
that.
this.
Yeah. So if you are a business that has aspirations or are a large business that's making, way more than that in gross revenue yearly, it could be detrimental to you. Do I think it has any effect on conversion? It does, but not because you're a small business or because you're green or whatever else. It just it can add increased conversion because it has a eye-catching little green lettering there. Wouldn't matter what the heck it said. It could say, yeah, this is true. Like, so for the most part, most sellers, yeah, we pursue them on any client that qualifies that wants it. There's no real problems with it as far as I see. But if you are a large business and or a business that's on the cusp and your plan is to sell that business or something like that, there's no better way to contradict your numbers or your future by saying, oh yeah, we're a small business on Amazon. Like
Got
so
it. Got it. If you have a small company with limited budgets, would you rather distribute than in sponsor product, brand, and display? Put everything in sponsor product, everything sponsor video, sponsor brand video. What would be your strategy if you don't have enough daily budgets?
um so how many SKUs?
Just like couple, two, three.
Couple SKUs. All right. SP probably like 80%. And then if you have a good video and you're in a category that uh, video works, which is most, then the rest and SB. Obviously, we'll want to make some of those um, auto campaigns as well, so that we can get at some data. I mean, you're much better at answering this question than I would be.
No, but I want to hear your experience because
Yeah. Yeah, small budget. I love video. I think everyone does, but video is my favorite because it converts very well. And most people I always do this demonstration, go on your phone, type in something in the app, look how much space the video takes up compared to all
Mhm.
the other sponsored products,
Love it.
right? Sponsored products, tiny headline, tiny on the app. Display or recommended, tiny, same size as the rest of it. And then you scroll, and then the video is like here, right? If you have a video that's like flashes in the screen real quick, someone's gonna click on that. It doesn't matter what the hell you're selling. Like,
Like it. Like it. What's your favorite niche on Amazon?
what's my favorite niche?
Yes.
Grocery and auto parts.
Why?
um Grocery, because I like food, and it's a really easy, I shouldn't say easy. It's a really um it's a really calculated category that has historical data. People always need to eat. People want snacks. And people want food. There's always going to be demand, and it's easier to grow, in my opinion.
And it's consumable.
Exactly, and that's the other thing. Subscribe and save keeps coming in, right? Auto parts, I like very complicated and large catalogs. I know that sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, you that's why you're Jason.
So things that include having to deal with fitment type and all that stuff really, really gets me excited, because once it all comes together, it's like a big puzzle piece, and it's like completing the puzzle.
What do you mean? Like it works on these models of cars, that those years, those manufacturers, you like those things? Oh my God, you're crazy.
Luckily, there's a service that you send your XLM file to, and they work with Amazon. But yeah, I like that. That's another thing as far as like replacement auto parts and stuff like that that people will always need. There's always a need for it. So to answer your question in general, I like niches and products that people need, not people want.
Mm, like it. Really like that. That's really important. All right. Do you think it's impossible to launch a supplements brand today on Amazon?
No, you just have to have either a really, really, really good branding, in a combination of something that is unique. If you ask me, hey Jason, is it a great idea to launch the vitamin C powder this year? And I'd say you might take the money, go in your backyard, dig a hole. Right now, if you're selling a vitamin C supplement that has a really nice branding, and it also has echinacea and lemon or something like
And
that, liquid
acai.
lozenge, right? Yeah, of course you can have success for sure. And it's
Okay.
targeted toward you know uh women between the ages of 22 to 38. That's the thing with supplements. You have to break down. You cannot hit every demographic. I mean, there's people that try and there's people that have had success, but you need to break down the demographics and figure out to the T who is your target audience. Is it women ages 22 to 35 that are single, that go to the gym 3 days a week, or is it men who are married and are having intimate issues or something like that? Like you cannot just blanket a supplement. You can't just be like, yeah, this is our echinacea and it's for everybody, right? You will get killed. You'll absolutely killed.
Yeah. If you were launching a brand, supplement brands, and it's stuck between 300 and 499 reviews, so it doesn't have that social proof, and you're struggling to get it profitable, what do you suggest for the people that are like in the middle way, ending their launch, trying to get to 1,000 reviews?
this is
Well,
this is
assuming the product can keep a 4.3 stars, so it shows 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, this is just all going to be on your PP. Assuming everything's perfect, your main images, all your images good. You've got video. You've got a good price point compared to all the other competition. Your capsule count is the same. That's a big one I always see. It's like, oh yeah, my price is the same, but yeah, you're only selling 30 capsules in yours, and the competition has 80, right? Yeah. So your price point is significantly higher. But assuming everything's good there, then this is where you're gonna get your take more of a bite out of the pie, right? And this is where your search query, especially you've been launched, you've got data. This is your search query performance. Going in there, go to your funnel, see where you're getting cart ads and purchases first. then take a look and go over and see if those impressions, where are you in those impression lists? You know you're getting cart ads and purchases for these products. Where are we organically for these keywords? A lot of times those top ones are going to be your branded keywords. Obviously, someone puts in your brand and your product name. They're looking for you. They want to buy your product, right? Higher conversion. Find those other keywords in there at the ASIN level where, you know, they're longer tail a lot of times, not so much search volume as, you know, a vitamin C supplement, but that's where you need to target. You need to take that over. This is my keyword. There's only 60,000 search volume, or there's only 10,000 search volume a month on this, but this is mine. I'm already getting 50% brand share. I'm already getting 90% purchase rate on this when they click on, or when they cart ad. This is the one. And then you continue and you keep looking, right? So that's where you build those
That's
specific.
a good way to grow, to catch the 1,000 reviews. Like it. I knew you would. I knew you would give me some good answers today. I knew it.
Ever since that search query performance came out, like there's so much you can do with that. Like it's insane. And that's the way I've been using it for exact, and it works, man.
Do you
Like,
have a video on it?
yeah, there's a 40-minute video on our website. No, it's
Okay.
Steve did it.
Oh, Steve. So go search My Amazon Guy on YouTube. Search query by Stephen Pope. Watch that video. I'm gonna watch it too. We gotta watch this. We gotta make sure we're using search query performance, guys. Do you have experience working with DSP? Do you like it?
I have no experience with DSP. Zero.
All right. Influencers on social media.
Huh?
Influencers on social media.
Yeah, we have clients that hire TikTok agencies and stuff like that. I've never done it, but it works. It can work. We've had plenty of clients that did it, and one of Face clients the day of, you should see the graph. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they sold out. Like while we were like because we didn't have a chance to like raise the price. Like it was
so
crazy.
fast. They were sold out.
Yeah, it was like 2,800 units or something like that because of some TikTok video.
Do you know the agency they were looking? The TikTok agency?
No, this one was a specific influencer that deals with Apple products.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, crazy. I don't know how much they paid that person, but it was probably worth it. I mean,
yeah, everybody's talking a lot about TikTok. I'm very curious to see TikTok. All right. What are the 3 most difficult types of clients, and how do you manage them? Because your social skills are amazing. So how do you what are the 3 types of difficult clients? How do you manage them?
So there's all kinds of different people, and I get along with everybody.
You do. It really does.
But there are out there difficult clients, and at My Amazon Guy, one thing that we do not accept or condone or allow is clients that are over the line, as far as if a client ever yells at an employee, they're gone. If a client ever cusses at an employee in a you know, threatening or aggressive manner or anything like that, not joking around cussing, obviously, but unless the brand manager is uncomfortable with that, they would bring it to the director. Yeah, aggressive, anything like that. Putting down, that's happened before where we've fired a client. So basically that would be one category of client. Just you know, if
what
they're
did
difficult.
he do? Putting down? Putting it down? What do you mean?
We fire the client.
Oh, okay. All right.
On the spot.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. If one of my brand managers says, hey, you know,
he's being rude.
This client just, you know, said this to me, and I'll email or reach out to the client or call him on the phone, say, hey, did you just say this to my brand manager? And then tell Steven, and the client's gone. So
nice. And what about like nice clients, but they have different expectations? How do you manage that?
Yeah, so we'll put that one, the one I talked about before, that's a separate, right? So yeah. There's the ones that are heavily involved in their account but are damaging themselves because of it. These are the clients that no matter what you say or ask or plead, they're the ones in their ad campaigns at 1 o'clock in the morning, changing bids and adding keywords and not telling us about it, right? And then the results come out for the next day or the week, and they're like, "What happened to my ACOS?" And we look at our change logs and we see, "Hey, we never added any of these campaigns. What is going on?" "Oh, I added those. Those are good keywords." Well, no, they're not.
I've seen
So
that.
so the clients that are too hands-on, we do not want hands in the cookie jar. Too many hands in the cookie jar causes chaos, right?
I love it.
The opposite end of the spectrum, the clients that don't respond to anything. You send them an email, you call them, you send them multiple emails. "Hey, can we get your permission to do this?" Nothing, just weeks. And then you have to like hope that they're like alive still. And then they'll randomly pop up like a month later and respond to like one of the like 50 emails you sent them. And they'll either be like super happy, like, "Oh, everything's going great, guys. Sorry, I was on vacation." Or they'll be like, "What is going on? How come nothing's gotten done?"
Wow. Wow.
There's that one. And then there's obviously they think they know better than you clients. And these are usually clients that they'll always preface with, "Hey, you know what? Before we get started, I just want you to know that I was in the VP of a marketing agency for 50 years, and I know everything about Google SEO. So we're going to use Google SEO, my research, instead of whatever you guys come up with Amazon," right? And those are the clients where you just have to prove it to them usually. So one of two things will happen. They will either submit and see the results if you can get it pushed through, or you just do what they tell you to, and the growth fails and they leave.
Oh my God, those are tough.
Yeah.
Those are very tough. All right, Jason, I'm taking a lot of your time, so let's wrap this. Do you have any final tips for the sellers? They should end of 2022, beginning of 2023.
Don't go out of stock.
Don't go out of stock.
Raise
Very
your
good.
prices. If you're getting limited by these restock limits, it's going to be the same type of strategy if you were actually out of stock. If you are not able to have an FBM backup and you're seeing that you're going to not be able to restock your top sellers, start raising the price. Total revenue coming in will still increase or stay the same. Units sold will decrease, which is what you want. BSR will be preserved. Cut ad spend a little bit and get through this restock thing. Hopefully Amazon comes with an announcement on what the heck's going on. We've reached out to literally everybody. People that I have on my LinkedIn connections that are working in Seattle that normally respond to me like pretty quickly, completely ignoring my messages this week. So something's going on over there with this whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so rough.
Final question, Jason. How do people connect to you? How they hire you, my Amazon guy?
So you can connect with Steven and myself on LinkedIn if that's as far as, you know, just we like connections. But we have myamazonguy.com. We're a full service marketing agency focusing on Amazon. We do everything nuts to bolts Amazon. PPC,
They're really good. I recommend it.
SEO, catalog, troubleshooting. We have a full complete design department. We can do premium A+ content if you are eligible for that. Vendor Central, Seller Central, Amazon affiliates, Kindle Direct, everything. You go to myamazonguy.com. We have coaching there. We have all our service offerings, as well as you can get into contact with one of our sales professionals to see if we are a right fit for full service management for your brand.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jason Mastromateo. Jason, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Miss you, Fernando, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Miss you too. Bye-bye. And that was our interview with Jason Mastromateo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. What you have to do right now, don't forget, go to sellerboard.com, click on demo, and test the software. If you are an Amazon seller and if you need full control of your profits, of your trends, autoresponders, alerts, PPC optimization, inventory management, refunds for lost inventory, cash flow, go there right now. You're going to love the software. You can click on demo, you can play, you can test it. And if you want it, you can start right now. Plug into your Amazon Seller Central and you're good to go. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.